All right, welcome everybody. Before we get started, we're going to make sure that all of our channels are joining us. But if you're watching this later on, welcome. I appreciate your patience. It'll definitely be worth the wait, I promise. Very, very special episode today. Just want to say thank you again for those of you joining. We're going to get started very soon. And don't be shy, use the chat. It is open right now. We're gonna wait to get started in just a minute. Wanna make sure that we are up and running. Got everything working. Let's see. All right, welcome to everybody on Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Kick, and of course X as well. We always get a big audience on X. The best thing you can do before we start right now is to share this. Even if people catch it later, this is going to be a very important live stream, and I hope that some of you or all of you just hit the share button right now before we get started. Let's see. All right, and again, let me know before we get started, let me know where you're watching this from, your city, state, or country. Would love to know, would love to shout you out. Use that chat, it is open and ready to go. And we're gonna get started very, very soon. Those of you new here, my name is David Garibaldi. I'm a performance painter. I create these large paintings in minutes to music. Today, as you can see on the screen, I'll be creating a painting that is, yes, inspired by what's going on in the LA fires, but also to bring some relief. So the finished image will be turned into a print, which we'll be sharing about in a moment. And also we'll be sharing about the organization that will be benefiting 100% of the proceeds from the print for this. So, but in the meantime, let me know where you're watching from. Would love to know. Use the chat. Let me know your city, state, or country. Let's go check in on Instagram. Let's see. Queen Lee 337. She says, my heart is heavy today for everyone in LA. I agree. I see Elk Grove, California. I say it's me, Carolyn, in Roseville, California. I see a lot of Sacramento. Cindy from NoHo in LA. Cindy, hope you're safe. And I see Mr. Devrend in Roseville, so hello to you. Where are you watching from? Let me know in the chat. We're gonna get started any moment now. All right, I see Karen Pang, of course, sending love. You're watching from Elk Grove, California. And we've got Karena, Mom. Appreciate the love. Thank you for using that chat. So yes, just stay in that chat. Oh yeah, Karena from Sacramento, welcome. We're gonna get started any moment. All right, let's see. All right, let's get this started. Once again, my name is David Garibaldi. Welcome to Paint Life Live. During this live stream, I will be creating one painting for you. And the painting inspired by what's going on down in the Los Angeles area, these devastating fires. It's beyond heartbreaking watching what's happening and just the devastation down there. Those of you that may not know, I was born in LA, even though I grew up in Sacramento. But because I was born there, I have a lot of family down in LA. So I will always feel and be connected to LA from a place that not only I was born, but as I was growing up, even in Sacramento, we spent so many years going back down there just to visit family as well. So, with that said, this is, there's another connection. I also know we have so many collectors and supporters and followers that are down there in the LA area. So the painting that I'm gonna create today, it'll be turned into a print, which you can actually start to pre-order now. Let me just pull that up on the screen. And it will be going to benefit the LA Dream Center. Now, on my Instagram story, I asked a lot of you, who should we help? You know, what organization have you seen down in LA that's on the ground? And one of them that just kept coming up that a lot of you shared was the LA Dream Center. So I did some research, and you'll see their QR code pop up on the screen. But if you're watching on Instagram, just comment the word help. Comment the word help on Instagram, and you'll get DM the link to access this, to pre-order what I'm going to create for you. Or you can just donate to the Dream Center direct. You don't even need to get a print. Donate $1, $5, $10, whatever you can. But from what I saw and what you guys shared, the Dream Center, the LA Dream Center, is doing a lot of incredible work on the ground right now in LA. So we're going to continue the support for them. Now, one quick thing is we may do more live streams to support organizations in LA and give some relief, you know, whether it's food supplies, clothing, shelter. But this is just maybe the first of a couple more live streams. I just hope that this one, we can really set the tone. So thank you all for watching. All right, so before I get into this painting in about 3-4 minutes, let me know where you're watching from. Just let me know in the chat. Let me go back to Instagram, check out some of the folks on here. Megan Hill 05, thank you for the love. I appreciate it. By the way, thank you to those of you who are using the chat, like Fernand Esvo in Africa, sending love to you as well. Cindy saying thank you for bringing the light to us during this difficult time in LA. I just been watching videos and photos online. It's just been completely heartbreaking, to say the least. So we're just gonna do a very small part to help out. That's what we wanna do today. Again, I've got one painting for you today to bring some relief to the people that are affected by the LA fires. If you're watching anywhere but Instagram, you can see some QR codes on the screen. There's one to donate directly to LA Dream Center. The other one is to, over here, the other one is to pre-order the image as a print that I'm going to create today. And 100% of those proceeds will go to benefit the LA Dream Center. Now, why did we choose the LA Dream Center? I went on my Instagram story, I said, hey, everyone, we're heartbroken. How can we help? And you all overwhelmingly suggested that we support LA Dream Center. So that's how we chose them. Now, tomorrow we may do another live stream, another image, and support another organization. So you'll have to continue to let me know in the comments who we should help out in this difficult time. And I think if you're not affected by this, you may need to check your pulse, because it's just absolutely devastating. I will say this also, watching what's happening down in LA with these fires it's just a stark reminder that, you know, nothing in this world is untouchable. And at any given moment, we may be in a position where we need help. We may be on the other side of this giving that we're trying to do right now. And so I think being an outside looker, looking at someone going through it, just know that it could be you at any given moment, no matter what the circumstances in this world. And so it's important that we always do our best to do our part. So that's what we're doing today. We're gonna get started painting in 1 minute, and don't worry, I'll be coming back to check the chat while I'm painting. And also, when I'm painting, keep that chat going. Would love to know what's on your mind. Share freely. And I'll check back in one last time with Instagram before we get started. Shout outs to Mario's Early Toast for joining. Some of the people I see joining, Mo_Hawk, Fuzzy Dragon Books, thanks for the hearts, I appreciate that. I see someone from Oceanside, California, welcome. Michigan, sending prayers. Salt Lake City, welcome to you. All right, so before I touch this canvas and before I start painting, I'm gonna ask something from all of you right now. All that I ask right now is that you hit the share button or you hit the likes. By you interacting with this live stream, it'll get in front of more people. Instagram will suggest this to more people. And so that's all that I ask that you do right now before we get started, before I hit this canvas. Let's share this live stream wherever you're watching this, on X, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Kick, Twitch, you name it. We are everywhere. So thank you. And if you guys are ready, oh, and also on Instagram, you can comment the word help and I'll send you the link to access some of the stuff that we're talking about. So I'm ready to paint. I hope you are. I'm gonna take my time with this so that I make sure that this live stream stays up for quite a while. And I just wanna thank you all for just joining. You see the one blank canvas behind me? We're gonna get started on that right now. Keep that live chat going. All right, so those of you that may have seen some past live streams, you'll notice we are in a brand new studio. Super, super blessed to have the space to be here. All right, let's paint. So this painting, inspired by the LA fires, like always, we want to use our platform and these paintings and these creations to raise some much needed funds for those in need. I'll share a little insight. We were just going over some of our charitable numbers this actually from 2024, and what's crazy is we helped raise over $1.5 million through the auction of different artworks. So for this, we're kicking off 2025 with this charitable event. Again, all the proceeds going to benefit the LA Dream Center. You can check them out. We left a lot of resources. There's a QR code on the screen if you're watching this anywhere but Instagram. We're just gonna do our part. You can actually pre-order the print of this image. There's a preview of the image on the page to collect. And of course, we'll share more about that later, about the finished image, but paintings always start out super random and abstract, which is always the fun part with these. And actually, I put a preview of the image on the page where you can pre-order this print. And if you comment the word help and you're watching on Instagram, I'll send you that page to pre-order this image. Hope you're all doing well. Let me know in the chat, where are you watching this from? The chat is open, it's live. Maybe send some love to someone that you know down in the LA area that may have been affected by these fires. Let us know so we can show them some love. We'd love to know. We're just getting started. I'm gonna be on this live stream for at least an hour. So if you're watching right now and you have to take off, come back, join the stream, leave a comment. And again, we want as many people to see this. So if you hit the share button on this live stream right now, it'll get in front of some people that could send some help. So maybe you can't give any resources right now, but if you share this, maybe it'll get in front of someone that can. And we would love and appreciate that. The proceeds for the print of this image will benefit the LA Dream Center. I chose the organization for right now based on your suggestions. Those of you in my DM, and I said, hey, who should we donate to? And that's who you recommended. So I appreciate that. I'll show you some up close looks at this in a bit, but for right now, let's just paint, enjoy this process. All right, let's get some water on these brushes. Sure you can hear that water whooshing around. I'm gonna come back here real quick. Go here. You can see the progress there on the screen. Again, those of you, thanks for joining the chat. Yeah, so I shared earlier, we did our numbers from how much money we raised in 2024, and just on the one tour alone is about 1.4 million, but altogether it was about 1.5, maybe over 1.5 million that we helped raise. So with this, we're kicking off 2025 by using our art, as always, to benefit, to inspire. Nothing that we're changing anytime soon. So I appreciate you all. Dennis Cardenas in Sacramento, welcome. And I see Mark Bartley in Barnes, Kansas. Welcome to you. All right, let's get back to some painting. Now this image is very different than what I normally do. Now, partly because I was under a little bit of a time constraint with everything going on, but with this new studio, we're trying to do our best to respond in the moment to any crisis that we can help through this artwork, through these live streams. And I really want these live streams, like we'll have a bunch of live streams where we're just having fun, we're entertaining, but to be honest, the purpose of these is to create the open line of communication between us, the artist, and the viewer, so that in times like today, we can open up the line to help support some people that need it. Just building this up step by step. Welcome to those of you who are just joining, creating a painting inspired by the LA fires to bring some hope. The final image will be turned into a print that you can actually pre-order now. If you see the QR codes on the screen, if you're watching anywhere but Instagram, or if you're watching on Instagram, you can comment the word help and it'll be sent to your DM automatically. Gotta love the world that we live in today. It's crazy. Using the back of the brush right now, and I'll show you these up close, but just adding some scribble, some chaos, some texture, cutting away at the wet paint that's on the canvas, doing things that you can't do with the paintbrush, but you can definitely do with the back of the wood part of the brush. It's pretty cool. All right, let's keep this going. Welcome everybody. Again, hit that share button. We want as many people to see this as possible so that we can bring some relief to those affected by the fires in Los Angeles. Skylines are not really a forte of mine, but in times like this, You know, just got to do them. All right. All right, I'm going to wash these brushes off real quick. Thank you all for joining the chat. I appreciate it. Let me just shout out to, let me go back here. Let me just shout out to, I believe it's Emor Minkid, watching from Indonesia. My home base is Jogja, but watching now from Manado, right upper the equator. Man, welcome. We've got people from literally all over the globe watching, from my hometown, Sacramento, to looks like Emor in Indonesia. I saw Africa joining us as well, so thank you for being here. All right. Let's go with a little bit of red, a little bit of brown, going for like a real saturated, warm feeling for this background. So I shared earlier, but I was born in Los Angeles. I grew up here in Sacramento. Sacramento has always been, I've always called home. So naturally, obviously, we have a lot of family, a lot of friends, a lot of colleagues. We know a lot of people that have been affected by these fires. So it's not like it's just something that we're seeing on social media. Even though we're devastated by what we've been seeing, it's a little different when it's that close to home. You know, we did something similar when there was the fires in Maui. We're not changing that. We're stepping up again so we can help raise some much needed help for those affected by the fires in LA. Thank you all for joining today. And especially thank you to those of you who have joined the chat. Those are the ones that I love. Those are the ones that are making this experience a whole lot better. So thank you for joining the chat. It's always fun, this style of painting where I'm just kind of leaving behind the objects, using that negative space. Feels a little bit like magic sometimes. By the way, if you know anyone that's been affected by these fires, can you drop their name, show them some love in the chat so we can all show some love to them or do what we can? This painting that I'm creating, inspired by the fires in LA. All right, let's go back to this red. I'm saving my favorite part for the end. And when you see it, you'll know why. It's the part that brings us all together. It's the part that reminds us why we're here. It's the only part that's going to bring us all together. A lot of times with these silhouettes, it's so detailed that, which is actually why I don't really paint a lot of skylines, because usually when I'm on stage, it just takes way too much time. Now, here on the live stream, I can take my time, which is amazing, but if you can imagine during a live show, not as amazing, not as entertaining. But we're just building this up layer by layer, taking my time with it. I'll be on this live stream for a while, so if you feel like you need to go, don't feel bad. I'll be on here for at least an hour, but maybe at this pace, maybe a little more than an hour. I just want to make sure this image looks great for you, because it's going to be available as a print as soon as I'm done, which you can actually pre-order that print right now. There's some QR codes on the screen. Or if you're watching on Instagram, comment the word help, and I will DM you automatically access. If you have any questions, by the way, feel free to use the chat. I'll go check it out in just a little bit. I'm just getting this first layer of color established before I go get unfocused and start looking at the chat. Or you guys can just be like, hey, don't read the chat. Just paint. I'm cool with that too. But use the chat to tell me that. Man, I can't continue to also say how excited I am to be in this new space that we're in. Such a blessing, this new studio. Add some details in these buildings, stuff that you can only really see and appreciate when you're up close, and I'll bring you all up close in a little bit. We have a camera set up so you can see the details up close. Let's go back here, get this, get a little bit lighter color. Paint sometimes is like magic. It gives the illusion that there's something alive, that there's something there. And all it is little, like this, little dabs of texture. It's literally like magic. Just adding details, and again, in these places that if you're up close with this painting, you can see. May not be able to pick it up on the live stream as good, but you know what? Let's take a closer look. I'm gonna go to this camera that is, let's see, is it? I believe it's this one. No, not that one. There we go. All right. Just give you a little closer look at what I'm doing right now. You can see some of the detail. We'll go back here. All right, again, welcome everybody. Got some people joining us. Let's see, where are you? So Eddie Gordardo asked, is the studio in Sacramento? I've always been in Sacramento. My studio is always here in Sacramento. Eddie says, tapped in down here in LA, sending some love down to LA. Let's go check on the comments on Instagram real quick. How are you doing, Instagram? I see you, but how are you? I see a lot of people joining, not a lot of people joining the chat. All right, so KMW Creative, keep it going. I appreciate that love. Thank you. Just reading some of the comments on Instagram. Megan Hill, appreciate the love as well. Susan Knowles 333, appreciate the love. If you're using the chat and commenting, I'm gonna show love. All right, let's see. Let me go back to. This sometimes feels like I'm a one-man band, but all right. Let me check out this chat. See where you guys are at. All right. You guys can see we have that live chat on the screen as well. All right, let's get back to painting. We're about 30 minutes, actually, I'd say more about 20 minutes into the painting right now. Not sure exactly how long I'll be painting, but let's go back. Yeah. You know, earlier I was doing some scratches with, here we go, with the back of the brush. Let's add that same look and feel into the buildings. All right, let's start to add some details. Ditch these brushes, go over here, get some smaller brushes, and let's start adding some detail into the palm trees, the silhouette. Before we add the paint, let's add the shadow and the texture of those leaves. You know, let's go to the close-up cam for this. Stop that. There we go. Make sure you can see that. There we go. Just adding some of that texture to those palm trees before we go add some more details. Got to use the left side as well. Left side, left hand. Let's go down here, get these little tiny palm trees. Get that texture in. Again, some of these things you may not see on the live stream, but you'll be able to see in this print when you get it or in the original. By the way, if anyone does have an actual direct contact with the LA Dream Center, if anyone here is connected with them, that's who are benefiting with the sale of the prints. If you're watching this on Instagram, comment the word help. I'll DM you access to those prints. Let's go reload the paint. Come back. Just a little Those little lines just say so much. So I'm gonna add first the silhouette of the palm trees, and then we're gonna come back and add some color for the shadows, the texture. Let's see. All right, let's go back to this camera. Hope you're all doing well. Adding a little texture to those palm trees, the silhouette. Some vegetation on the ground. Let's go reload our brush. By the way, thank you to a lot of you who have bought these prints from the past, where we did prints for the Butte Fire Paradise up in Northern California. We did prints for the Maui fires, and now we're stepping up to help our friends and family down in LA. All right, now that we've got those done, let's add a little bit of texture. Actually, let's do this. Let's clean off these brushes. Oh, I know we're actually live streaming on TikTok as well. All right, let's try this camera. This is a new camera. We'll see if this actually works. If it doesn't, we'll switch back. Doesn't look like it's working. All right, let's go back to this. Just adding some texture to the inside of the palm trees, just so it's not just completely silhouette and black. And also it'll separate some of the trees from each other. Switch brushes, got one in the other hand, reloaded, ready to go. Thank you all for joining for this special live stream. Bringing some attention to what's going on in the LA fires down south. All right, let's go back, get some red, some of that gold. Just adding some texture to the palm trees. All right. All right, let's ditch these brushes. Before I get to the next step, I just want to come back here and check out the chat. So wherever you're watching this, let me know. Let me know the city, state, or country. And also, I'm gonna read some of the comments as well. So, Karena Mom said, "Do you have someone changing camera views while you paint?" Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And guess what? Today, I don't. We have, you know, the beauty about the world we live in today. We have this incredible technology to help artists like myself live stream and camera switch without having someone camera switch. So if you go to one of my most recent posts on Instagram or TikTok or anywhere, I actually shared about this, about how I prep to do these live streams. So if you get a chance, go check that out. But there's no one here doing the camera switching at the moment. It's just me. Let's see. All right, let me go to some of those comments. Again, drop a comment. Let me know where you're watching this from. I see Kurt Zwirling watching on YouTube in Dogtown. And by the way, Corinna Mom is watching on Twitch. Thank you. Karen Payne watching on Facebook. I see Eddie Guardado watching on YouTube in LA. Let's go to our Instagram comments and let's see where you guys at. And again, if you're watching this on Instagram, comment the word help and I'll send you a link to access the pre-order of this print. Shout out to Steampunk Cigar. Man, you guys, the best way to support these live streams is to share it, to comment and to share. Because the more you comment and share, the more the algorithm's like, I think people want to watch this. So, KMW Creative, appreciate it. I'm glad you're liking the gold. Let's see who else is commenting on here. I'm just showing love to people that comment. And KMW_creative, I appreciate you. And yes, 100% of the proceeds of the sale of this print will be going to benefit the LA Dream Center. And the reason I picked that organization, again, is because of a lot of you. I asked on my story, who should we support? All of you overwhelmingly suggested the LA Dream Center. So today, this image is going to benefit them. Let me just scroll up, see who else is commenting. Fuzzy Dragon Books, appreciate the love. I'm just reading some of these comments. So yes, Cindy, I think it's Lou Makeup. She said, I've been following you for quite some time now, and it makes me happy to see how far you've come. God is good. Yes, he is. So happy for all the wonderful blessings. I appreciate that love. Thank you guys for using that chat. Again, shout out to Steampunk Cigar Co. with the awesome comment. I appreciate it. Sending love for Lynn in Massachusetts. Let's see, JFig_NJ in New Jersey. I appreciate you. All right, let's get back to painting for now, but drop a comment so I see it later on. All right. Let's go back to painting white. There we go. All right. All right, this is what I'm gonna do next. Get some white brushes. So the reason why I left this space blank around this image is because though the center feels warm, like it's consumed in these fires, the outside is going to be the blue skies. The blue skies that we can look to give us some hope that a brighter day is coming. So let's start there. Just this blue sky is going to be wrapping around this warm, dark image, bringing some hope. I feel like this is what's going to bring this painting to life. We're acknowledging that these fires have caused devastation, but we're also acknowledging the need for hope in a time when many people feel lost and broken, in a time where all of us, whether we're there in LA or not, or you were in North Carolina during those hurricanes, that you are just reminded that nothing in this world is untouchable. That nothing in this world, none of us are immune to at some point needing help. And so until we are in that position, what we're doing now is giving help, giving the help that's needed to those that need it. Adding some of that Dodger blue to the outside. I'm gonna do like an ombre of blue. I'm gonna try to go back to this other camera that, let's see if it works. Nope. There we go. Doesn't look like it's working. Let me try one last thing. All right, let's try it again. I'm also making sure that I paint on the outside of this canvas so that whoever ends up with this painting, there will be color that wraps around to the outside. So now I'm gonna take this dark blue, we're gonna add a little bit of black to it. Mixing it on the brushes. You'll start to see a shape form, giving away a little bit of where this painting is going. Should be pretty easy to see. Let's go back to our black, mix that in. The center shape, starting to take shape. This heart at the center. Shouldn't that be the center of everything? No matter where we are, what we do, that love, center of it all. So I still have a lot more painting to do, but you can pre-order this print. So if you're watching this anywhere, there's some QR codes on the screen where you can donate directly to the LA Dream Center, or you can pre-order the print of this, and 100% of the proceeds going to benefit the LA Dream Center. If you're watching this on Instagram, comment the word help in the comments, in the chat, and it'll automatically DM you access to pre-order this print. All right, let's get back to it. So I'm gonna ditch these brushes. Let's see. Let's get some clean brushes in here. Adding some clouds to the background as well. Thank you all so much for watching this live stream. It really means a lot to me. It's gonna mean even more to the people that will benefit from this image. You know, I'm just figuring out this painting as I go. I had a concept, I had an idea, but honestly, you just never know. You never know. You never know where inspiration will take you. Could be a cloud, this could be smoke. Who knows? Either way, it's gonna bring us together. We're gonna start adding a familiar color in here. That purple. Being a Kings fan, we love the purple. We just, you know. Today we're showing love to our LA family out there. So to our LA family, we're sending you love right now. This image inspired by the LA fires. Inspired by the devastation, but intended to bring some hope. Usually when I'm doing these live streams and I get quiet, that's how you know I'm just in a creative zone. I'm just bringing you along. Kind of wisp away the edges of this cloud in the sky. We'll add some wisp on the outside. All right, let me get some smaller brushes. Let's ditch these wide ones and go back to these skinnier brushes. Let's see, let's go with this purple. All right, we're gonna mix in some more of this gold. I don't know if you noticed, but we got some Dodger blue and some Lakers purple and gold. Didn't really intend that at the beginning of this, but you know how art works, you know how inspiration works. It just happens sometimes like that. The smaller brushes let me get a lot more detail. The big brushes help me create some broad stroke texture, but these small ones really help out this little bit of detail. Now let's add a little bit more indentation onto this heart, just so we know it's there. Let's go back to the light gray. Those of you that are just joining us, I've been painting this during this live stream for about the last 40 minutes or so. Inspired by the devastation of the LA fires, but intended to bring some hope. The print of this image will benefit the LA Dream Center, or we also have some QR codes on the screen where you can just donate directly to the LA Dream Center, whatever amount that is. Let's go back to the paint. All right, let's add one very important detail now. Thank you to a lot of you who DM me and suggested the LA Dream Center as a recipient to benefit from this particular live stream. If there's any other organizations that we should benefit on the next live stream, please let me know. We have the comment section open, the chat is open. There we go. All right, let me go back to this close-up cam. Let's see, is it this one? No, not that one. There we go. There we go. Can get a close-up of how it's coming to life, how it's coming together. Now that we're at this part, we're gonna start adding some details. I say we a lot. A lot of people always ask me, like, is it a group of you guys painting? I'm like, no, but I feel like it is. I feel like sometimes we're all together, especially right now. Just adding some details to that foreground so that those palm trees just pop out a little bit more. You can do that here too, on the outside of the palm trees. I say this every live stream, but it feels like magic sometimes. Like, this was a black blank canvas when I started, and now it's something. It seriously feels like magic sometimes. Because when you go up close to any of these paintings, any painting at all, there's no lines. It's just blocks of color suggesting to you, just making a suggestion of what we want you to perceive, the viewer, the collector. These are just merely blocks of color making suggestions. I'm holding further back on this brush so I can get some looser movements. Again, you can pre-order this image right now. The print, 100% of the proceeds to benefit the LA Dream Center. Let's go back, let's get some paint, reload that tiny little brush. Let's go over here, let's get some white. By the way, I haven't even thrown any paint yet, so get ready for that. We're just establishing the image. All right, I'm gonna go back up here, read some of your comments. Let's go to this split screen. You can see the image coming to life up above me on the chat. Speaking of chat, let's go read. All right, let's go to the Instagram. Instagram, come to your comments. Let's see, I'm only showing love to people that are in the comments. So let's see, it says Jetica Tourist with the flex emoji, appreciate that. Let's see, who else is joining? Queen Lee 337 said, seeing this come to life is a reminder that God will use his paintbrush to bring color and life back to LA. I would agree. This image we just want to bring a little hope, you know? Queen Lee 337 with the hearts, I appreciate that. Megan Hill says, I was born in LA, raised in Elk Grove, likewise. So yeah, I shared it earlier, but I was born in LA and I grew up in Sacramento. So I have a lot of family down in LA. And obviously we have a lot of colleagues and family down there. So we do know some people that were affected directly by these fires. And we're just doing our part. Shout out to my love, Chadi. It was so beautiful, I appreciate it. Nohemi 521 with the dove, I appreciate that. All right, I'm ready to throw some paint. And also, so K-Pope 318 says, yay, so excited you chose my organization suggestion. Thank you for the suggestion, I appreciate that. I asked everyone on my story, and you shared in my DMs different organizations, and a lot of you suggested the LA Dream Center. So this is gonna be benefiting the LA Dream Center. The painting, and of course the prints that you can get right now. So if you comment the word help in the chat on Instagram, it'll automatically DM you access to the pre-order of this print. Oh, and KMW, yeah, that camera that follows, pretty cool. All right, you know what, let's use that camera to get some of this paint throwing. So let's do this before we do that. Let's see how long have we been on this live stream? Let's go here. So we've been on here for about an hour, been painting for about 50 minutes. And yeah, we're gonna keep this going. Let's go back to my favorite new camera. You're about to see it. Hopefully it works. So I'm gonna test it out before we get into it. Let's see. Is that it? No. Is that it? There we go. Okay, let's see if this still works. It's funny because this camera will pick up something up high. I don't know why, but It's following me now. The camera, by the way, that I'm on right now is the OBSBot Tail Air. So it has like some AI tracking on it where like no matter where I move, actually I don't want to put my hand up because there's hand signals that will actually tell it what to do. So it's pretty cool. I've been waiting for a camera like this for, I don't know, 5-6 years, and it finally exists. So I'm taking full advantage of it. Okay, back to the painting. Let's ditch the brushes. It is time. Let's see, wait. Okay, wait, before we throw paint, we gotta do a little spray. Just a little bit of mist. All right, let's go back to this white. By the way, a lot of my new content coming out will be giving a lot of advice to artists about how to do these live streams. So not only like cameras, like what I'm using right now, I'll have a whole video on that, but also the checklist on how I get ready for these so that I can do them time and time again. So look out for that content. I absolutely love doing these live streams because from what I've experienced, it's just such a great connection that I've been able to make with a lot of you out there. And I appreciate you. Give a little bit of that glow to the LA. All right, I think that's good. Now it's time to throw paint, all right? Let's do this. Let's start with the yellow. We're gonna get the yellow. We're gonna put a little bit of, let's move this water bucket closer. Put a little bit of water on it. Let's go back. Let's get this yellow off my hands. Let's go to the gold and the red. Let's mix it together to get this sort of glowing burnt color. All right, let's throw some purple at this because we've got our Lakers purple, we've got our Dodgers blue. We started doing these live streams in 2020, and I literally started with one iPhone. And over time, we've grown to these sort of like multi-cam live streams. And it just hopefully makes the experience better for you, the viewer. But also, I enjoy the challenge. I enjoy, you know, just being challenged by the whole process. All right, let's go to that Dodger blue. Let's go back to the Dodger blue. Let's wash these hands off. Yeah, this new camera is definitely one of my favorites. Again, this camera that we're using right now is called the OBSBot Tail Air. So if you Google it, you'll be able to see what I'm using. All right, what color? Let's do a little gray for the cloud up above. Water it down. Of course, the one last color we're gonna throw at this will be the black. Before we get to this last part, this image is available for pre-order. Wherever you're watching this, there's some QR codes on the screen. There's a QR code to donate directly to the LA Dream Center, who this will ultimately benefit, but you can just donate directly to the LA Dream Center, or there's a QR code to pre-order this print. 100% of the proceeds going to benefit the LA Dream Center. We did this before with Maui. We raised almost $7,000 that we donated to an organization in Maui helping people on the ground. LA Dream Center was suggested to me by my followers on Instagram. And at least for today, this is who's gonna benefit from this image. So we don't have any plans for the original right now, but you know, maybe we'll auction it off. Maybe we'll just send it to them. I know they're in it right now, but let's throw some color at this. We'll go to our black. I like to go back with my hands and my fingers and block in a lot of stuff, like the shadows on this LA, so that it stands out. All right. All right, before I do the handprint, let's just take one close look at this painting. You can see it on the split screen. Let's go to, still learning this. Is it this one? No, this one. Stop. There we go. All right. Take a look at the painting right now. We're not done. I still have a little bit to do, but I just want to show you the progress on where we're at, what's happening. This image inspired by the fires, the devastation in LA. And I think it goes without being said that we're all watching from the outside, heartbroken, thinking, what can we do? So today's just one first step for us doing something. Like I can't sit here and not do anything. So what you'll see on the screen, there's two QR codes. One is to donate directly to the LA Dream Center. The other QR code is to pre-order a print of this. If you're watching on Instagram, if you comment the word help, I'll automatically DM you a link to that print to pre-order it. Now that I finish the image, we're gonna replace that concept image that I put on there, that I put together with this final one. But, you know, just sending some love to our LA fam. Wanted to do it through this live stream. And I just appreciate all of you for watching this. I'm not done yet, so let's do this. I'm back. I'm gonna go read some of your comments. I see some on the screen. Mel Tulip watching on YouTube. Thanks for the hearts, I appreciate that. Instagram, I'm coming your way to read some of your comments. Just going to a different screen. Let me know. My mom always on here, showing love. Drop some hearts. Let's do this right now. If anything, if you're watching this, just drop some heart emojis. Like, it's not hard, guys, to just show some love to those that are affected. You don't need to share it. You just need to drop some hearts. That would be amazing. If you tap the hearts right now, that would be even better. But what a fun live stream for a great cause. And it's so amazing, and I appreciate you all so much just for making the time to just join it. Before I get to my last handprint, all that I ask is that you hit the share button wherever you're watching this right now. When you hit that share button, this will get in front of a lot more people. And if you're watching anywhere but Instagram, when you share it, they'll be able to rewatch this and see this come to life. So thank you, Karen Payne, for the hearts. Karina Mom, watching on Twitch, thank you for the hearts as well. But just drop some hearts in the comments right now before I finish this off. And thank you all just for joining the chat. We're gonna get better at this. We're just breaking in the live streaming 2025 for a great cause. We're gonna get better at this. This is pretty exciting. And we'll be doing live streams at least weekly. This weekend, I may go live again. I may get inspired to create another image, benefit another organization, but let's get those pre-orders going right now for this, the print of this image to benefit the LA Dream Center. Or you can hit a QR code on the screen. It's there on the left side, that way, if you're watching anywhere but Instagram. Thank you, Kurt, for the love. I appreciate it. You know what? It's what we got to do. So let's finish this off. Let me go back to my new favorite camera. Let's see, is it this one? Let's stop. All right, let's see if this will follow. All right. Now, what color do I handprint with? Let's go with the gold. All right, here we go. Take one last look. Thank you guys so much for joining this live stream. I'm not going anywhere, so stay on the live stream. It would just mean a lot to me right now. The best way to support these live streams, and especially this one, is to like it, hit the hearts, to comment, or even to share. That's all that I ask for being a part of this. And look, we're gonna keep doing live streams into the future, but it really helps us going forward when you do those things, when you like, comment, or share. You don't even need to subscribe. I just appreciate you being here. So do that right now before we end off. I'm gonna wash my hand and I'm gonna give you one last close-up look at this painting. Check it out. I'm gonna wash my hand. I'll be right back. Thank you guys so much for watching this live stream. Leave your comments. Before we sign off too, light up the chat right now and let me know where you're watching from. Where in the world are you right now? Let me know your city, your state, your country. I'm in Sacramento, California. Sending love down to our family and friends in LA. You read some of your comments. You guys can see that final painting right there. Thank you again, Mel Tulip. Thank you for joining the YouTube. I appreciate that. And thank you to all of you who are watching this across platforms. YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, TikTok, X. I know I'm missing some. Instagram, but I appreciate you. Let's go back to split screen. There we go. Instagram, I'm on my way to read some of your comments. Just drop some hearts. How about this? Before we sign off, I would love for all of you to just drop some hearts right now. That would be incredible. Shout out to Mick Fine Artist, Javon, Somante, Jetty Couturas. Appreciate the love. Drop some hearts in the comments right now in the chat before we sign off. I just want to see it light up. I see Jay Marcial with the hearts, Anna Flores with the hearts. Who else is going to drop some hearts right now? Let's find out. 12 Margie with the hearts. Jay Marcial, 22 with the hearts. Who else is going to drop the hearts? Let me know. Let's go back to the chat. All right. Melinda Lugo watching on Facebook. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate it. And thanks for sharing it on Facebook. All right. Let's do something real quick. Before I sign off, let's do one last thing. All right. Thank you again. My name is David Garibaldi. Those of you who are new here, maybe someone shared this with you. You're like, who's this bald guy covered in paint with this really cool painting behind him? My name is David Garibaldi. I do these large portraits in minutes to music, and I do live streams also once a week. So especially in this new studio you see us in, we'll be going live a lot more. And the biggest way to support and for these things to show up for you in the future is to hit the hearts, is to like it, it's to comment, it's to subscribe. And so that's the best way to support these as we go forward, as we do more live streams. Today's image, inspired by the devastation happening down in LA. I'll show you the image right before we sign off, but on the screen right now, there are 2 QR codes. I've been just saying this over and over again. One QR code is to donate directly to the LA Dream Center. And my followers had sent me the LA Dream Center in my DMs, and I was like, we gotta help them. The other QR code is to pre-order the print of this painting that I just did here on the live stream, which I started about an hour ago. And now it's a finished piece of art. We're making prints of this, and you can pre-order those now. We'll have some more content, but you guys are literally watching this come to life live right now. So I appreciate you all. And yeah, take one last look. As you look at this image, just know it's inspired by tragedy, but it's intended to bring hope. And when you collect this print and those proceeds go to help the organization, and you have this print hanging on your wall, someone asks, oh, are you from LA, or did you get that in LA? You tell them the story of how we connected today, about how this was painted and what the proceeds were used for. Tell them about the LA Dream Center. Tell them about the work that they're doing on the ground. So that's all that I ask when you collect this. Take one last look at this painting. Here we go. Take one last look. Sending love to the Los Angeles area. Sending love to all of you. Man, what a fun live stream. Let's go stand over here. All right. Thank you all so much for watching this live stream. My name is David Garibaldi, and thank you to those of you who supported the LA Dream Center to get this image as a print. We'll be making it available in this coming weekend as well for those of you, and we'll be switching out this image for the final image, this one, on the website to get this print. So thank you all. Until the next live stream, sending love.